choosing silence over reaction. Every time a toxic voice reaches for us, it expects a performance, anger, defensiveness, explanations, a spectacle that proves it still holds power. But what if, starting right now, we step back from that stage and choose to give no performance at all, no shouting match, no justifications, just silence. Deliberate, purposeful silence that speaks louder than words ever could. Here's a subtle truth most overlook. Toxicity is an invitation, never an invasion. Hurtful words, manipulative actions, provocative behaviors, they require permission to enter our emotional space. Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, said it best. People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them. In other words, toxic words become harmful only when we assign them importance. Practical Stoicism in daily interactions. Imagine a co-worker named John. He thrives on subtle insults, enjoying the reaction more than the insult itself. Some people never double-check their work, he says, eyes briefly locking onto yours. The knee-jerk reaction is to defend, to clarify, perhaps even to retaliate. Yet every time we respond, we feed his hunger for validation and drama. Now, visualize a different response. Calmly acknowledging the comment with a brief, neutral glance, then continuing your work as if nothing happened. That silence is not weakness, it's profound strength, a refusal to engage in battles that have no winners. The power of Stoic non-reaction. Marcus Aurelius provides a clear roadmap. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. When we refuse to react, we embody exactly this principle. Our lack of response confuses the toxic person. They expect hostility, defensiveness, anger, but instead, they receive nothing. Silence becomes our ultimate weapon, not against them, but in protection of ourselves. Building emotional resilience. Consider resilience like this. Our minds are fortresses, and reactions are gates left open. Each reaction we suppress, each silence we maintain, closes another gate. Eventually, there's no entry left, and we stand securely within our mental walls. Seneca called this preparation for adversity. He visualized scenarios where insults flew at him, preparing his mind so deeply that when reality matched imagination, his peace remained untouched. The Stoic strategy for calmness in relationships. Stoicism doesn't teach coldness, it teaches strategic calm. When our partner sarcastically remarks, "Nice of you to finally show up," we feel that flare of irritation. Yet instead of responding defensively, we pause, breathe slowly, and gently reply, "Let's talk about this when we're both calm." In doing so, we reclaim the atmosphere from chaos, anchoring our relationship in maturity and mutual respect. Over time, this consistent calm becomes our signature, setting a boundary of respect others learn not to cross. Personal growth through Stoic silence. Each silent victory nurtures personal growth. We become masters of our emotions, carefully choosing which situations deserve our energy. We begin to see our emotional well-being as an investment, too precious to waste on negativity. Toxic drama yields no returns. Silence, however, compounds interest over time, enriching our character and mental peace. Transforming relationships through silence. As we evolve, relationships naturally shift. Toxic individuals detect our newfound clarity and confidence. They sense they're no longer effective. Some may leave, seeking easier targets. Others will transform their approach toward us. In both cases, silence has set the stage for healthier interactions and more authentic connections. Practical techniques for maintaining calm. Here's a practical tactic for moments of tension. Shift your attention from their words to your breathing, posture, and facial expression. Keep your body relaxed, your face neutral, your breathing steady. Your physical calm will inform your emotional calm, signaling to your mind there's no real threat, only noise to be ignored. Symbolic rituals for letting go. For lingering insults, try writing them down. Seeing harsh words as mere ink on paper drains their power. Read them aloud, acknowledge their existence, and then symbolically discard the paper, burn it, tear it, discard it. This simple ritual marks the definitive end of their influence, freeing your mind. Internal approval and emotional immunity. The deepest level of this journey is internal approval. Toxic people manipulate by withholding validation, knowing humans naturally crave acceptance. But Stoicism teaches that self-validation outweighs external applause. Marcus Aurelius again advises, choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. By affirming our own worth daily, we immunize ourselves against emotional manipulation, rendering toxic attempts at control futile. Building your emotional fortress. Consider this practice as building an emotional fortress, brick by brick. Each moment we deny toxic individuals our reaction, each situation we remain silent in, adds another layer of protection. Eventually, nothing external can breach our inner peace. Enduring initial resistance. Remember, though, the paradox of initial resistance. Toxic individuals grow desperate as we grow calm. Stay firm. Their noise is the dying gasp of their control. Hold on to silence until their thunder exhausts itself and fades away completely. Visualize. Now, envision your next encounter with toxicity. Visualize your calm, silent response. Feel your pulse slow, your breath deepen. Live this visualization when the moment arrives, and journal your victory. Each success reinforces your emotional resilience, building an unbreakable habit. Collective journey toward inner peace. We undertake this Stoic path together, constantly refining our strength. Comment below, sharing one situation you commit to meeting in silence. Subscribe to continue this journey, building our inner fortresses side by side. In the end, we don't defeat toxic people by engaging their drama, we starve it. Silence, calm, and thoughtful restraint are our greatest weapons. Our peace becomes untouchable, and that profound silence signals our ultimate victory. Together, we rise, not by fighting battles, but by simply choosing not to participate. This silent choice, powerful and elegant, defines our strength.